So you could go next if you wanted to. And this takes us to the check-in. And the check-in is very easy. It's just a couple questions. This is the way that I'm verifying participation. I know sometimes you will not be able to do all the homework. I understand that. Times are very difficult right now. And this is a class that we're just trying to have some fun and learn some language. So this weekly attendance check-in, this is the one thing that I want you to do every single week. It shouldn't take you more than 5 or 10 minutes. This is the thing that verifies that you are participating in the class for me, even if you're not doing the homework. Some of you may be watching the videos or working on the book, and I would have no way to check that. So this is the one thing every week that I would like you to do. If we go back to modules, we have it here, week 1 CI, which stands for check-in, and every single week there will be a week and a check-in, and it's worth 10 points. It's due on Monday morning. Then we have the Flipgrid, and the Flipgrid is a great assignment. It gives us some ability to communicate with each other, even though we're online. And there are instructions. There's a recording if you'd like to go here and see how to do it. So I've got a thing here, and then actually look, someone has already participated. Yay! I'm so glad we're already getting this done. So it's very easy to do. You click on this red button and boom, there you go. So you can go and look at the instructions here or watch the video on doing that. The other thing that we have every single week is we have some kind of quiz. And the quiz is not your traditional quiz with a lot of pressure. This one only has 4 questions. It's worth 8 points. Notice there's no time limit. This is more of a worksheet. Think of it as practice. So you can review the syllabus idioms. This week's quiz is on the syllabus idioms, and then take the quiz as many times as you want until you learn them and feel good about them. The other thing that we have is we have a discussion, and every week we will have a discussion. So the discussion is pretty easy. You go to the discussion. There's 2 parts. You post something and then you respond. So for example, I've posted one for you to give you an example. So when you want to do your initial post, you click right here on reply, and that's how you post. There are instructions for that as well in the Start Here module. Once you hit your initial reply, you could respond. So if you wanted to respond to me, for example, you would come to the bottom of mine and you would click reply. Now this week it's about introduction. It says, why are you taking this class? What do you hope to learn? And what is something you would like your classmates to learn about you? And this is always what the discussions are. Very simple. We're not grading for grammar. We're not worried about perfect English. Remember, this is just a fun class to learn some language. So your computer probably has a spell check, and it would be nice if you could use that. But I don't want you to stress too much about the discussions. This is an ability for us to communicate with each other in writing. So every week we'll have our language lesson, we'll have our check-in, we'll have our little Flipgrid video, we'll have some kind of review, and we will then have a discussion. Some weeks we might have different activities, but this is the ones that we'll have every single week. Now, from last semester, some of my students got very concerned because there's so many idioms every single week. And I just want to remind you that I don't expect you to learn every single idiom every single week. In fact, this is more like a language smorgasbord. A smorgasbord, isn't that a great word? Smorgasbord. Or buffet, where you can pick the idioms that you find most useful and most helpful for your own life. That's the point. We are learning idioms that help us. So I encourage you to do the activities that you like, that you want, that help you. But please, every single week, do the weekly check-in. And again, in the first 2 weeks of class, I would like you to do the Get to Know You survey. So this is our overview of our Canvas. I look forward to a great semester with all of you. Let's learn some idioms.